I still have yet to set up the uh, thing where you go ahead and plan it ahead of time, like PMB has. But waiting on old Jimmy Coco and Bruce. They said they'd be here. Or anybody else that's going to be hopping on. Just while I wait, I can pull up TradingView. Maybe look at some charts today. Something like that. Looks like a Discord just came through. I don't know if anybody's seen the stream yet. Be waiting. 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 Got people saying they can't get on. Not sure what's happening. I don't know. We just have to end this and start another one. Oh, there we go. Hey, James is in, so at least that's working. What do you say, James? What's good, bud? Yeah, I don't know what's going on there. I don't know. I think it's bad reception again still. I'm parked in the same spot I was the other day when I streamed. So, happy Friday to you, bud. I should have taken off. I'm off all next week, going to Vegas. And there's Bruce. What do you say, Bruce? What's good, bud? How are we making out on this lovely Friday? And Sultan of Salt. That's a tongue twister, by the way. Never really said it out loud. Just typed it. Sultan of Salt. What's good, guys? What are we thinking? I wish I could pull up. I could probably pull it up on my iPad. Not like you guys can see it. I could turn the phone around for you. James Moreland. They screwed me, Badger. What? Who screwed you? Who screwed you, James? Bitcoin's still going up? Yeah, it's something I want to check right now on my iPad, but I do have those Ray-Ban Meta glasses I was thinking about wearing. The government screwed you. Well, the government screws everybody. You got a specific case? Government sure does screw everybody. You got something specific that happened to you, James? I'm gonna try and pull up this chart and see what Bitcoin's at right now. I got to figure all that out once I get streaming on a regular basis, figuring out how to pull up the charts and everything. Slight pullback to 108.5, but looking good on the weekly chart. Right on, brother. Yeah, I mean, you got to expect a pullback at some point. The volume dropped down. I don't know if you noticed that. That's the thing to really watch. If you want to take a look at the volume, that's where it's at. They lied and gave me a DUI in court today. Hopefully they dropped the charges. I wasn't drunk nor high, Badger. They are crazy. They are crazy. So it's funny you say that. A buddy of mine I was in the Marines with, he was below the legal limit, and they still gave him a DUI. And apparently that's part of the, the little nuances that the government has there. Like, oh, they have this legal limit, but apparently they can still give you a DUI under that legal limit if they deem that it was under the influence. But what's the point of even having that limit? It's crazy. Now, James, did you have any alcohol at all in your system, or how'd that pan out? Like, how'd they pin that on you, bud? Yeah, and the chart's looking good. Like I said, I have to dive into that more later when I actually get that set up. Right, but I don't drink or do drugs. I wasn't even driving. Oh, that's a weird one. Yeah. I have to get more details. Okay. So how did you get a DUI is my question if you weren't even driving. Were you in the car? That's another weird thing. You can get a DUI if you're sitting in your car, not even driving. But you're saying you don't even drink, so that's wild, brother. Yeah, I hope you get a lawyer and fight that, because that's crazy, brother. Crazy. Most likely the judge won't find probable cause. Yeah, I mean, I don't know all the nuances, but you see all kinds of stuff on YouTube anymore. If you research like how to fight a DUI, this, that, and the other, you'll probably find something that's somebody had already figured out a way to get around it, especially in your case when you haven't even been drinking. Went to the police station and parked my car, then got out, used their bathroom, and then as I was leaving, they gave me a DUI because they said I was acting funny. Oh, okay. Huh. When do I leave for Vegas, Bruce? I go on Monday morning. So, hopefully well, even if the room's not ready, I'll be walking around. But, yeah, I got an early flight. It's a 8:30 flight, I believe. Oh, man. Bruce, you going to Vegas? I couldn't remember. I forget who all said was going. I know he said XRP was. Oh, it's not on this weekend. No, not this weekend. Starts Monday. Right. Anyways, I'm hitting the court. I'll subscribe and update you on how it goes. Right on, brother. Yeah, definitely let us know, man. Nice to meet you too, brother. I know I came across the page, but brand new, just started up because of Piano Matty B. This kind of the boutique community. I don't know if you were in his chats or not, but follow him, bud. We're in it. Were it not for a prior obligation, I'd go to. Okay, yeah. Dude, I know, James. Trust me, life. But I enjoyed Nashville last year's conference. That was fun. I enjoyed Nashville, period. But the conference was good. It was a lot of things that I saw that I honestly didn't even think were possible with Bitcoin. I mean, just all the offshoots of Bitcoin. You know, between the mining, they got companies. They have giant trailers that are full of mining rigs for these companies. I mean, $500,000, $1 million units. So you want to talk about mining for Bitcoin? Single person, you don't have a chance. Now, if you want to set up a mining rig for something else, go look up Retro Mike Tech. You know, he pops into Piano Matty B stream every once in a while. He does all the mining stuff. He's got a cool setup with cell phones, cell phone bank. Buy all these old cell phones. It's really cool. It's one of his best videos too, I think. It seems like the conference wasn't promoted as much as the past ones. So yeah, I guess not, but I guess I really wouldn't know because I was already there for Nashville and I didn't really pay attention to any type of promotion for it. Not to mention my wife is not able to walk very well yet, so no trip for us. That's right, Bruce. I forgot your wife was having some issues. I forget exactly what it was, but I remember you saying something about that. I hope she's feeling better soon. Soldier NYX, hey brother, how you doing? Where are you coming from? You coming from my channel? Or you just coming and passing through? Saw somebody was streaming, or just curious? New to the streaming thing, trying to figure it all out. Doing this on my cell phone. Eventually I'll get to the point where I'll get on the computer and put some cool stuff up, like Matty B has, some charts and everything else like that. And I'm not going to be on too long today, guys, because I have busy work schedule today. There's a lot of people off for vacation, so I'm a little jammed up. So might get off here in a few. just for fun, I picked up a little $50 miner. It's basically like trying to win the lottery, but what the heck? Hey, honestly, Bruce, yeah, it is like winning the lottery. The odds are just like the lottery. It's like 100 million to one or whatever it is, depending on your rig that you got. But there was some cool stuff out there I saw in Nashville. There was there was miners that were set up. They were like the size of coasters for your coffee. It was literally a warmer for your coffee mug. So, like, if you just wanted a warmer for your coffee mug, you got it. Plus, you're mining at the same time. So I thought that was pretty cool. Yeah, I like to get one of those. They are a fun conversation piece. Yeah, and honestly, not just for Bitcoin, except for other cryptos. I haven't gotten into it because, as I explained on that last stream, man, I'm busy as heck, man. I always have 20 projects going on, but it is something I eventually want to get into. Is the mining? It looks cool, and like you said, conversation piece. But you can have those to heat up, small space in your house. For wintertime wise, if you want to just mine in the wintertime, if you live in that type of colder climate like I do, I get the cold and the heat in the summer. So I'm thinking about that. Maybe throw it in the shed, get some solar panels to run it, so I'm not even tearing up any of my electric bill. Can't win if you don't play, right? That's right, Sultan. I usually play the lottery. I play what I call the tax on dumb people, the lottery. I play that when it only gets up in the hundreds of millions. Like I wouldn't enjoy a couple million, right? But no, only when it gets up high is when I play. You could hook a mining machine up to some of those lines while you work. Yeah, bud. Yeah, then I get fired. I go ahead and I've seen plenty of people stealing power and getting caught with that. Vosk does that. Who's Vosk, Bruce? I never heard of Vosk. They're the ones that function as heaters. Okay. Miners are huge investment. Really make any money? Really make any money? Yeah, no, dude. Like I said, it's almost impossible to make any money mining Bitcoin today. Like I said, the amount of mining stuff that's out there now, like I said, they have giant trailers. They're the size of tractor trailers, and they're being sold to these companies, like whatever, BlackRock or wherever, these other bigger companies that have the money, the capital to do it. So I'll get the link on. Okay, yeah, send that link. DJ Brian, I'm your exit liquidity. Hey, bud. Hey, what do you say, DJ Brian? Are you popping in based on the Discord for PMB, Piano Matty B, or you just find my channel offhand, or what? Another car video. What's the car video, Mr. DJ Brian? Curious on what that is, but yeah, I don't know. I'll probably end this stream here shortly because, like I said, I got a busy day ahead of me today, and then besides, it's kind of boring sitting here chatting with nothing going on. Wish I could pull up the chart and we could talk about that, or I could pull up any news articles about Bitcoin and talk about stuff. But Bruce Vosk is a big-time miner. He has built a huge shed, and it's supposed to be SOAR. I know what that is. Yes, James. Solar. That's I figured. Yeah, solar's the only way to go, and it's funny you talked about that too. Is I had just talked about mining with somebody else the other day, and they were talking about how how much it was going to hurt the electrical grid and stuff like that. I'm like, not really, because most of the mining, from my understanding, I'm not into that side of things, but everyone I've talked to that does it and is into that side of crypto, they said most of your mining comes from renewable energy, especially for Bitcoin. Now some of those other coins, you don't need as much processing power to actually do it. That's on the grid, which would make sense. There's a lot of different coins out there, but Bitcoin wise, nah, they're all 90% renewables are powering their miners. Yeah, see you in Miss Teen Crypto soon. Okay, cool, good deal, DJ. AI is much worse. Yeah, AI is definitely going to be draining the system as far as electrical power. I mean, massive. Right, the big mining is renewable, and they have to deal with the power companies supply emergency power. Yep. DJ and Brian, appreciate the sub, brother. Appreciate that, man. I'll do a lot more streaming at the conference too, so that'll be cool. I have Ray-Ban Meta glasses. I figured out how to put them on. I'll be able to walk around and you can see what the conference is. So I think I'm gonna hop off, guys. Everyone have a great day. Thanks for hopping in. The boutique community staying strong. Hopefully PMB is feeling a little bit better. Hopefully he's not losing his voice before the conference, because it'd be cool to see him playing at the conference and get his name out. That's gonna be big for him, man. You're gonna see a lot of subscribers and stuff for his channel after he does that. So, all right, guys, take it easy. I'm gonna call that the end, bud. All right, have a good one. Bye. Again, I forgot how to end this thing. There we go. See you guys.